We are doing another episode of Nerds with Badges. I am here at work. For all that don't know, my name is Sergio Willis. I'm a writer, filmmaker, uh, and also I'm an artist. Yeah, did I say that already? Anyway, I'm here at work. I always come to work a little early just so I can just kind of like relax, have a cup of coffee, mm, and play video games. Usually, I mean, I used to come to work and I would play um, Vampire the Masquerade, and sometimes Mario Kart. I like playing the online games, kind of like help me get myself into work mode. But recently we had like people doing some stuff that caused problems, and they put firewalls on the internet, which is just really messed up. Excuse me for a minute. Pretty crazy that that bad apples can ruin everything. So they put firewalls on the internet, so I can't play Mario Kart here in my breaks anymore. I can't play Vampire the Masquerade. Or, I guess it just kind of forces me to be a bit more productive, I guess. Right now, oh, I guess I brought my Steam Deck because I had to do an update on Callisto Protocol. It was taking forever because my internet at home is like um, just really slow as hell. Now I noticed when I came in, I was trying to do an update for Callisto Protocol, and it took like maybe seemed like 5 or 10 minutes before it actually recognized that I was connected to the internet. Um, and why isn't there like a share function on this thing? I mean, I know you can take pictures, I guess. Got to go online because I forgot how to do it. I know on my Logitech G Cloud, it's the two buttons that on the side, the two little buttons you press them at the same time. It's kind of awkward. Just give us like a share button. Um, Yeah, so there are things that they definitely need to work on for the Steam Deck. Yeah, the whole video capture function. I don't know. Same thing with Microsoft. Microsoft. It seems like this is people like to share gameplay and watch it, and it's such a common feature. Even the Switch lets you record. And I was really shocked earlier today when I woke up. I saw that there was someone had actually. That was when I got off of work this morning. I think somebody had posted it on Instagram. It was, I don't know if it was Boris Kojo, I think the actor had said there was a picture, and I was like, "Is that Twitch?" And Boris Kojo was saying that he had just recently hung out with the guy and met his wife or something, and his family, I think. And I was like, "What?" And as I go, as you start going, I went to Google and I saw he had actually committed suicide because Boris Kojo didn't say anything in the article in his on Instagram. He didn't say what happened, but mental health is something I don't. I of all people, I deal with anxiety myself. When you're outside looking in, a person can seem like they're really, really doing okay, and just when you have chemical imbalances or whatever, these things can be really like serious. I recently was at a public situation with someone and they were having like a really like an attack. Like they were literally like the people are talking about me, they're coming at me, and I was like, you know, and I know someone from my past many years ago actually ended up getting on medication because it got so bad, schizophrenia. So these are things that I think that people should talk more about, and I guess people are talking more about it because what could be like such a small thing to somebody could be like to someone else who's dealing with this with the intensity. Even as artists, I think that artists we tend to feel more. I think more than someone said it in a movie once. We feel everything all the time or something to that effect, but it's just like more intensified. And I guess we don't never know what's going on behind the scenes in a person's life either, what kind of pressures they could have been under. But I was just like, I always sort of had like a secret crush on this person. It's like, it's a great dancer, and I didn't know he was a DJ on Ellen, and he just kind of like rose up. And I just saw him popping up all over the place. Actually, I think it was he used to co-host or host one of those dancing shows. So you think you can dance? I think it was. And yeah, it was this guy was doing things, man, in the industry, and it's just so sad that these kids now don't have a dad. These beautiful kids, a beautiful wife, and it's just shocking. So that was one bad thing, and then I saw that Henry Cavill apparently has written something, statement. I guess it was Twitter maybe, or something on social media about he's not doing Superman anymore. And I was like, what? Didn't he just have like that? Spoiler alert: if you haven't seen Black Adam yet, I'm about to just drop a big one, so you might want to stop listening for the next 2.5 minutes. But anyway, yeah, at the end of Black Adam, Henry Cavill comes there. He's a Superman. And everybody's like, "Oh my God!" And I had heard about it. It's hard to keep things secret now, unless you're Steven Spielberg or George Lucas. I mean, some people are able to keep things out of the media. And yeah, man, I remember how excited people were when and there was a big buzz that he was coming back as Superman, and um, he wasn't doing The Witcher anymore, which he was great in The Witcher. I guess I guess the third season is coming up, and that's going to be the last season. But they got like a prequel. It's only like 4 episodes on Netflix right now. They also have a cartoon that was really good. So I really liked him as The Witcher. I thought it was a good show. And so I don't know what's going on with DC Comics, man. I this with the new shakeup that's going on. I don't know. I guess they want to just replace everybody and just start with new, because I don't know if Gal Gadot is coming back because of the I guess the script. There's so much that's going on. When you hear things, what's the truth and what is not. But Patty Jenkins, they were saying that she'd walked away from Wonder Woman 3, and I guess there was some issues with the script, because a lot of people loved the Wonder Woman, the first one I did. The second one, a lot of people, and I agree with a lot of people. It felt like it was long, and there was like long stretches of like kind of boring stuff. I heard all the arguments, I heard all the explanations of what the direction they were trying to go. They were trying to make like an homage to the 80s, but I don't know. Um, Maybe they didn't really do a good job of letting people know that in advance before the movie came out. I don't know. I mean, there were definitely parts of the movie that I liked, that I thought that worked. But the bad guy, Maxwell Lord, I guess he was controlling people with the crystal, and Wonder Woman lost her powers, and then the other lady became Cheetah, and even though at the end of the movie, it seemed like Cheetah was kind of like she was overmatched by Wonder Woman. And I did enjoy the action scenes, and I thought it was really cool when Diana figured out how to fly. I thought it was a really cool moment. Um, so yeah, another edit of that movie, like a re-edit, to just cut down, because they could probably trim at least 15 minutes of that movie to make it flow better, and would have been a good opportunity, I think. Anyway, maybe I'm just crazy, but they could have. I think it would have been a good opportunity for them to introduce Wonder Girl in the story. Maybe she could have come in to help Wonder Woman. I mean, I think, and then they could have, there's just, I don't know. Sometimes I think that people that are doing these movies, these comic book type things, I don't know if they have a connection with the material, because when you had, like for example, I mean, Godzilla is a comic book character, so I can use that as a reference. Godzilla, they did in 98, 99. A lot of people hated it, and you had the director who really didn't know much about Godzilla coming into the franchise, and then you have like stuff like the Lord of the Rings, and you get like Peter Jackson is just like the ultimate fanboy. So I don't know why they went with this guy for Godzilla. Maybe because he was doing so well off of Independence Day. But yeah, you got to get people that have passion for the subject matter, because what you're going to get is what some critics were saying is the expensive turkey. Um, so anyway, I just felt compelled to do a video today because it was like my mind. I just the Twitch, Henry Cavill. Um, so yeah, I'm here at work. I'm waiting for this thing to update. I guess it's probably gonna take it's doing an update for Callisto Protocol. And let's see, where are we at right now? Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but it's got quite a ways to go. It's 17 gigs out of 62 gigs. I had to actually clear space on this thing, and I when I got this cover, well, I ordered a dock last week, and I was worried that the dock it wouldn't fit, and thank God it does. It's a little thing that it just slips inside of, and it just lets you connect it to your TV. Now I do have one of these, but this laptop that I'm using right now, which is a tablet hybrid, it's a tablet PC hybrid by Lenovo. It does not have regular USB ports. So this device, which I bought for like 30 something bucks off Amazon, it actually has HDMI, and it also has the USB-C and the USB, regular USB that into this thing only has like plugs for USB-C. So I have to use this if I want to do like any data transfer using like traditional regular USB. It's kind of an inconvenience, but I tried hooking this up to my Steam Deck and it worked, on my TV just fine. When I use the dock, sometimes I don't get sound. I was having a hard time getting it to work on my video game capture little thing, and I don't know if this maybe that's some security measure they put in. But when I use my video capture device that I use on my Xbox One, my Xbox Series S, I didn't get any sound on my Steam when I look back at the video, and it was like, damn. So when I do my records video, I have to use this, or I also have a HDMI device. Like it doesn't hook up. Well, it just lets you plug the HDMI in, and then you plug so you don't have like any USB ports or anything like that. So it's really what I'm really saying is like when I'm using that other thing like this on my Steam Deck, I can't like have it charging at the same time. So it would have been cool if they had put like two USB mini USB C ports on the Steam Deck, because you only have one port that you do everything with. You only have the one port. I don't know if I'm making doing a clear explanation, but you just have this one port for data transfer or for charging. At the bottom, you just have the little thing for you to put your micro SD card in. So yeah, that's I guess when we get like a newer model, they'll make like some improvements. But I can't even like I tell you, man, technology is changing so fast. I have like my little speaker here, my Bluetooth speaker, and I can't charge that because it's got the regular USB. So the old the old USB, I guess. So I'm gonna have to like look around to try to find like a regular USB type cord. I guess we'll get to a point in history where we'll have everything to just be one universal. I know that I heard that in Europe they're really cracking down on making it so. I guess Apple some got some grief in Europe because of constantly making people have to buy these like different types of cords for their devices. I think they've kind of moved beyond that. Let us pray, because like my iPod and my old iPad, I had to use like their charger, their cord. Like if you lost it, you had to buy another one. It's like really a way that they keep you tethered into their system. So um, I'm gonna be doing a show on Sunday this weekend. I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna be actually talking with a police officer who's also a big Harry Potter person. I wanted to do something I had like some ideas I wanted to do for Comic Con. I went to Comic Con a couple of weeks ago, and I missed this past weekend. There was a black type of comic book convention type of thing. One of my coworkers told me about it, and I completely forgot. and I felt so bad because Ryan Coogler was there, and that would have been like such a good opportunity, just to be in the presence of other blurs, other people, people of color, black people that are into comic books and science fiction, video games. I mean, it's nice to have a sense of community, so you don't feel alone, I mean, I think it's good when you can have a couple of people at least, and you can bounce ideas off each other and build each other up. Being a part of the LGBT community like I am, I don't really meet a lot of other black gay men, um, that I'm able to really like connect with on that level. I mean, I don't know if it's one of those strange things, you're a minority within a minority within a minority. You just still sometimes even amongst your own people, you can still feel you still feel like you don't quite fit in. So yeah, it's so I think Earth, Wind and Fire said in one of their songs, you keep searching and one day you'll find others like yourself that you connect with. And I think that's a part of the human condition, I guess. Maybe, animals, some animals are more social than others, and some people are not very social. But it is nice to be able to be in the company of other people that you have things in common with. And so I'm hoping that by doing my Nerds with Badges, this is, this using this platform, kind of like creating like my own community, because I know there are other people out there like myself that maybe work in law enforcement, that work in the military, security guards, that are nerds. And maybe, some of these people are talented too, so maybe this might help to inspire some of them. Because, just because you do have have talent, use it. Just use it. I think that I believe that we all have an obligation to use what we're given, um, you know, for the betterment of like everyone else. We all have something to contribute. You just have to find it, what that is. Um, you have, if you believe that. So, I just want to do this quick video before I start my shift. I'm gonna probably just play some games for a while, or maybe watch some Netflix or something. I still have like almost like another hour before my shift starts. I did bring my Switch, so I've been playing Kirby. I think I'm close to the end of this game. I don't know. I gotta like bring my electronic devices to work at least once a month to connect to the internet here, because they changed the internet. There was a security issue years ago with the internet, so they've really gotten very strict with the internet around here. So it's just amazing that this technology and all the advancements that people have made, and we still deal with people. I feel like I'm preaching here, but like people commit crimes all the time, and there's all different kinds of crimes. But when people do things, there's like a ripple effect, and it feels like the more crazier people do, the crazier things that people do, that's like crime related, they keep adding more and more security, taking away more freedoms. All throughout society, we got video cameras everywhere because all these crimes are being committed, and we have to create all these like antivirus programs and things to protect people's computers, and this is to stop them from stealing information. And they have to put facial recognition technology on cameras. I mean, on computers and things, and fingerprint. I mean, it's so crazy that we've gotten to a point. It just feels like it's just giving companies more excuse to just take things away or have more control over our lives. Even how music is now. I mean, everything is all like people illegally downloading music and movies, and they've gotten so you can't even like use like clips of music and things, and or really you're promoting people when you do. Sometimes I feel like they're just too strict. I have noticed though lately on TikTok and even on Instagram, I think they're allowing you to actually use clips of music, which is interesting because years ago you do videos on YouTube, and your video could get like like blocked or muted because I had a video of me playing Indiana Jones on my Xbox 360. They completely muted all of the music, the wonderful music, the John Williams music. They muted the entire video. And I think I complained. I was like, why? First, it was they muted some parts, and I complained about it. I sent them like I guess like you can file I don't know what they call it, like a dispute. Next thing I know, they blocked the whole video. And I did a video it was a YouTube clip that I uploaded onto Instagram of the Muppets performing Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. And that got blocked, muted, put it back. They blocked it, they put it back. I've had videos on Facebook. It's just kind of weird. I don't know. I guess people figure out ways to make money off of these things, and they just, because when you can go too far, like Nintendo, blocking people, but they're really giving you free publicity if you really think about it. And if they're not making any money off of what they're doing, you might, kind of rub people the wrong way, maybe lose fans and support for doing some things. But I think that as time goes by, they'll relax things. I don't know. That was just something that just kind of bothered me. I guess I just need to talk about that because sometimes I think companies go too far with trying to be protected. But going back to what I was saying, I can understand why, because you have a lot of people that do not buy music. They just download everything illegally. And that, if you really like something, you should want to support it, you know, I just the way I believe. Anyway, uh, what can I say? I was raised differently. I don't know. But I just feel like if you really like a certain artist, if you like certain person's movies, maybe you should support that person because that person, people have to make money. There's a system. I felt like there was something else that I want to talk about, but I can't think about it. But yeah, it was just really the Twitch thing. And next time when I come back, I'll be talking about my show. I guess it'll be my next video will be the show that I'm doing on Sunday. I don't know. I might do something special. Uh, a cinematographer I know is actually going to let me use his studio for a couple of hours. So he has access to a location. So I don't know if we're going to do it inside or we might do it outside because he also has access to a rooftop. So it'd be really cool if we could do something like that. If we could do like an interview on a rooftop and maybe even do some reviews on some games and show some gameplay or something because I want to figure out ways to incorporate that into my videos to just give them more oomph, some reviews, maybe some gameplay, maybe even like clips, maybe even advertise things like, for example, I know I talk about coffee. I drink coffee all the time. I love this coffee. I get off of Amazon all the time. It's like Max Espresso, and it's really you just put the coffee in, you just put it in the hot water, and then that's it. It's got the coffee and the cream. I'm like addicted to it. I don't know if they have other flavors, but I would love to to do some promotions for advertise some of the products that I use a lot. Maybe help somebody help their business. So anyway, that is the show for tonight. I'm gonna play some Klonoa on my Steam Deck and wait for this update. And I guess I'll do a video maybe later this week. I'll probably upload on YouTube some gameplay of me playing Callisto Protocol. It actually runs pretty good on the Steam Deck. I guess they fixed all the problems that people were complaining about. So I'll be doing that maybe tomorrow, depending on how long this update takes. Anyway, that's it for now. And take care, and I will see you later.